Hey guys, welcome to another video, and in this video I'd like to demonstrate IL-2 Cliffs of Dover. And a buddy of mine has been adamant about me trying the sim out. Of course, we've probably all heard about some of the coding problems with this, the fact that it was pretty much abandonware if it hadn't been adopted by the A-Tag team with the Team Fusion mod. And so right now I'm running the game fully patched up to the last official release, which I think was like 1 point something, and running it up to Team Fusion patch 4.312. And the graphics substantially do increase from the stock to Team Fusion. There's lots of other videos about that, but basically you can see the lighting and shading is really great. The map textures are awesome, and the weathering on the aircraft is really nice. I don't have a high-end, i5 or i7 computer. I'm actually running an AMD at 3.6 gigahertz 3-core, and it just doesn't get the greatest performance. I'm also running this on an external drive, so you might see some stuttering. I do apologize for that. But just talking about the flight sim itself, the best way I think I can describe my experience with this sim so far is that it is somewhere between IL-2 1946 and A2A, or the A2A World War II series, P-51 specifically. The flight dynamics are really good. They actually remind me of DCS, and of course, this is all based on the IL-2 engine in some way. It's been upgraded and facelift. The only thing that I could say kind of negative about the game is really the scope of it is not as massive as 1946. Now, I don't think that may have not been the vision for this, but it's pretty clear that no work is being done by the official developers, and at this point it's the Battle of Britain, unless new maps come out and new aircraft, which is possible. The other issue is this whole memory leak thing. I haven't experienced it myself, but I guess there's been instances of crash the desktop. One of the ways I think you might be able to prevent that is deleting the cache in your My Documents, what is it, 1C Studio or something, and then go into IL-2 Cliffs of Dover mod and delete the cache as often as you can. So that might help. But as far as the future of this goes, I think there's some dedicated people. I don't see this as a direct competitor to 1946, only because you don't have the carrier ops, you don't have the multitude of aircraft. So the flight model in this is a lot more dynamic and feels a lot more real than in 1946. It's definitely closer to the A2A or DCS side. However, 1946 still maintains some of the same things. Graphics aside, it still has a great physics engine. The flight modeling is actually pretty good to this day. It's with HS effects and everything it's done. So basically, I see the sim as somewhere where you can experience the Battle of Britain. The graphics are certainly really nice, but I don't think the flight dynamics, and this may be a little premature and presumptuous, because I haven't flown this too much, but so far it's not mind-blowing or anything like that. It is awesome. The sound effects, the shadowing, the graphics are really great, and there is a reason why this game is $9.99, and IL-2 1946 is also $9.99, $9.99, that is. So anyway, let's just do a little flight demonstration. I'm in the Tiger Moth here, and pretty easy start. I got the mixture all the way up. I'll turn the magnetos on, and then I'll crank the engine. Hopefully it'll turn over. And again, no guaranteed start. So that's one of the things that IL-2 1946 does well. Is that it does model engine management, including prop mixture. I've talked about these things supercharging. You can manage all those things in IL-2 1946. Same thing in here, but this has more of an A2A feel in that you're not guaranteed to start. It is somewhat clickable cockpit. I think Team Fusion kind of added all of this, which is really, really cool. And it's almost there as the next generation World War II sim problems aside. So we'll see what DCS World War II does. As of right now, IL-2 1946 I think is still the best choice out there. But let's do a lap around the pattern. You can see my slow acceleration. Just let the engine kind of warm up and rev up. And here we are at full power. And very similar to IL-2 in the graphics, flybys, camera angles, things like that. You can see the similarities. I'm quite comfortable in this. If you come from the IL-2 background, the controls are pretty much identical. There's not too much to map. Guns, rockets, cannon, bombs, radiator, mixture prop, things like that. One of the really cool things, you can see the influence of Rise of Flight, and the wind sounds are really cool. I will say the terrain is really remarkable, and again, I'm not going to use full scope with my hardware limitations, but it is pretty cool just to fly around. So again, this is purely based on the Battle of Britain and the Germans attacking the English mainland, and the English trying to prevent that from happening. So you can play on the Axis or on the Allied side. A big component of this is multiplayer, and a lot of guys fly on the ATAC server. Flight dynamics, again, feel a little bit, I should say a little bit more dynamic than IL-2. Again, very, very close, if not on the same level as DCS or A2A, as far as the movement of the aircraft, the movement of the air, and the feeling of realistic flight. It's definitely up there, the right competitor to DCS or A2A for sure. But again, it's missing in content what IL-2 has, as in different theaters, carrier operations, and a host of different aircraft that you can choose to like. So I think multiplayer-wise, 46 still reigns king, and this is kind of a nice dessert on the side. See the shadow blurring there, which is really cool. And I will say the landing dynamics are much more realistic. Ground effect, see how it had a little bounce there. Ground effect is a lot nicer. And you do have differential braking on your axes, which does actually work. Alright, so that was a quick kind of tutorial, or not tutorial, but just review of this title. And you also get the Spitfire, the BF-109, and maybe I'll do some dogfight videos and just kind of show you what that's like. But for $9.99, this is a great kind of title just to explore the English Channel area, Cliffs of Dover, and to experience some cool World War II aircraft. If you pay $40 for the DCS B-51, $9.99 for the Tiger Moth, the BF-109, think you might also get an FW190. I'm not sure. The Spitfire, the Hurricane, definitely well worth the